Konnichiwa, Minisan.
Hello, and welcome to Famicast 279, your Famicast for the latter part of October 2024. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and right now I'm joined by Mr. James Charlton.
Hello, Danny. It's a Halloween episode, isn't it? Probably.
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah. Ty will be dropping in a little bit later. We're starting a little bit earlier today, but yeah, Ty's going to be here.
Or maybe we killed him and Zombie Ty will resurrect from the dead and appear on the Halloween episode.
We don't have the technology. But yeah, how's it going, James? How you doing, man?
That's good. Actually, I have a few exciting kind of things to show you right at the start. If you never watched the video show, please just watch the first, how many minutes? We're in 1 minute 27. Check this out. So I've got a Zelda mug. It's got 3 hearts. Oh shit, it's already one's gone black. Jesus Christ. It's a heat sensitive mug.
Nice.
Yeah, it was 3 hearts, like literally about 30 seconds ago. And it's already gone down. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually bought it like quite a while ago and I just had it in the box for some reason. Because I bought this t-shirt at the same time. Which is
nice.
This one, which is Zelda 1 t-shirt.
Right.
I'm saying Zelda 1 because that is actually officially what it was called in Japanese. Zelda no Densetsu Uchi.
Yeah, well, the Famicom cartridge release was redubbed number 1, and like that's usually the version you'll find on like Nintendo Switch Online, Virtual Console, and stuff like that too. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure off the top of my head like what's different about the versions other than just that one. Maybe a couple of other. I think they spruced up some of the English stuff a little bit in the title.
Yeah, there are things like that. Yeah, well, the music's different, obviously. Famicom Disk System versus cartridge.
Right.
Yeah, it's something like weird, like like small grammatical mistakes, and like how they spell Ganon is like Ganon versus Gannon, stuff like that. It's like only nerds would actually know this.
Right. Actually, James, you mentioned a cup. Like, actually, I just remembered I bought this Zelda glass at Nintendo Osaka back earlier this year, and it's just been sitting in here.
Interesting.
Completely.
The box is almost exactly the same design, but it's just a sticker, I guess.
Yeah.
What a bunch of nerds, honestly.
Right.
Yeah, and I got P-Stand Link for balls. I think I've been promising that for balls for a long time, and finally got it. Oh shit, it's cut off when it's that angle.
Yep.
Yep, exactly. And I'm back in Studio One because Japan is finally not a hot house of, psychotic temperatures. Hell. Right. It's actually, it was a cool 26 degrees today.
Yeah.
What's that in American, Danny? Like 480 or whatever?
70s, maybe?
Yeah, 70.
Mid to upper 70s, maybe something like that. Cloudy.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice day today. But yeah, here's my glass, James. Yeah. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, nice. I don't have any room in my kitchen to put more freaking glasses, so it's just going to stay up here.
Got to save room for the Family glass.
Right, exactly.
Available now.
Those are downstairs.
Probably.
Yeah, but anyways, we're going to go ahead and get things started off with some new business. Lots of cool things to talk about today for new business. I think maybe you guys got some hints about what we're going to talk about. So let's just go ahead and get into
it. Just like most obvious here.
Yep. Before we get into the nitty gritty, James, because basically me and James will tag team like this first part of new business. But before we get into
Super Mario Galaxy, right?
Yes. Well, before we get into some Zelda talk here, I just wanted to talk just a little bit about Alarmo, because I did get one of those.
You did actually get it, didn't you? Yes.
Yeah, I did.
I saw the video.
Yeah, there's a video up here on the YouTube. So if you want to see like just kind of like what it is and what it is compared to, or how big it is compared to other like Nintendo systems. I have some footage of it compared to like the Switch and some classic Nintendo systems too. So pretty cool.
Because that's the first thing everyone thinks is like, well, I might get it, but how big is it compared to a Game Boy Advance SP? Otherwise, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, well, I put it up against some micros and a couple other things like that. Yeah, so like, I don't know, it's like I was thinking like, what's some cool screens or something like that. But I've been using it for about a week. It's definitely quite different from using my cell phone, which is what I had used for over a decade. Then before that, it was
right.
You
confused because you were like, I'm taking a video and I've always used my phone. I was like, wait, what? What are we talking about now?
No.
Oh, you use your phone for your alarm, right? Yes, as most people do. Right. I actually have an alarm clock, like not an Alarmo, but I have a regular alarm clock. I don't like having my phone next to my bed because it lights up and annoys me.
Actually, I will say this: the iPhones have a really nice feature now. If you turn it on its side on like a charger, that has like this alarm clock feature, and also you can see like the temperature and stuff like that too. It's actually really nice, and it makes it so it's really the colors are great, so it's not like going to wake you up in the middle of the night too. So it's actually pretty cool.
Let's talk about how good Apple products are for the next 45 minutes before Ty gets here.
Right. No, but Alarmo, it's definitely quite different from just any alarm clock that I've ever used before. Obviously, there's the Nintendo Flare and all that type of stuff going on. But yeah, I'm still kind of saving my final thoughts. I'm working on a review. I have on the website kind of like an Alarmo diary, kind of detailing about like what my experience has been on like a daily basis. So if you feel so inclined to read about something like that, you can. That's up there. And then maybe not next week, but maybe the week after next, I'll put out an actually official review, because I think this is the kind of device that you can't just open up out of the box and be like, here's my review of Alarmo. I got it yesterday. It's like, that's ridiculous. There's no way you could give somebody like an honest review or your honest opinion on something as personal as like this. So it's quite a unique Nintendo device in that respect, I think.
Well, Danny, you're quite unique in that, unlike 99% of video game podcasters, you actually share a bed with someone. So how is that? How is that for your significant other? Is it annoying waking up to Bowser grunting in her ear or something?
So I don't think it's so much of like that type of stuff is really that annoying. If she would have to hear my regular alarm clock anyways, and it was always a dog barking for like the past 10 years, the iPhone dog bark sound. So I mean,
seriously?
Yeah, seriously. That's how I woke up every morning.
Wii music sound effects there?
No. The stock iPhone stuff. But no, but the sound isn't really so much of a big deal. What the Alarmo does, it does track like when you get out of bed. And when you get out of bed, it gives like this kind of fanfare type of thing, like, hey, you got up, congratulations. So she'll get up usually before I do. And that happens. You'll hear the fanfare.
Oh, so then, she triggers the congratulations and you go straight back to bed. Brilliant.
Yeah, well, the snooze is also, snooze on most alarm clocks is 9 minutes, snooze on Alarmo is 3. So that's quite jarring too. Okay. But whenever she gets out of bed, that happens, the thing goes off and it's like, hey, congratulations, you got up. But it still notices that I'm laying in bed, and a message will come up on the screen and say, hey, if you don't move, we're going to go back into like alarm clock mode until you get up too. So.
Right. We notice you're trying to cheat the system by having a partner. Yeah. Nintendo does not allow this.
Yeah. So it's interesting. But yeah, like I said, I have some more thoughts. I'm just kind of trying to process all this, like kind of like I said, my final thoughts on like what I really think about this and all that stuff. So maybe look forward to that in the coming weeks or something like that.
What you do is you need to like video yourself when you go to sleep and video yourself all night and then do like a time-lapse video.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure my wife would love that. Honey, we're going on you. No, that just for full disclosure, that is not going to happen. So, but
yeah. Well, I think on RFN, Jonesy had a 48-minute rant about it, about how this is crazy Nintendo at its craziest. And it did actually remind me, that discussion reminded me, this was a patent, 8, 9, 10 years ago.
There was a recent patent about something about some small screen device too, just in the past couple of months before this came out.
But like I'm talking about OG, like Wii era. It was like Nintendo Sleep, or what was it? Like there was something about a sleep tracker, right?
There was a vitality sensor.
No. There was literally a sleep tracker. It will watch you while you're asleep, and it was like, okay, what the fuck are Nintendo on about? And then everyone forgot about it for a decade, and then this comes out, and it's exactly what they said.
I will say that the sleep tracking stuff is kind of borked, because when my wife hops into bed, that's when it starts the sleep tracking. She's always in bed before me. I'm usually piddling around doing something from Famicast or whatever, and then like
making videos about Alarmo.
Kind of. Sometimes. But then I noticed looking at the data and stuff like that it's like, oh, you slept for like 9 hours last night. It's like, fucking, I wish I did. Yeah,
I see. Yeah, so she's helping you cheat the system, basically.
No, it's just kind of very inaccurate portrayal of my sleep patterns. But
it's like using that poke walker, and it's like, slipping it in the pocket of somebody who actually goes out to exercise while you stay inside and play video games. It's like, you did 12,000 steps today. Yes, I did.
I'm very good.
When you actually sat on the sofa eating a hamburger.
Yes. Hashtag America.
Yeah.
Just a shout out to the chat. Hi, Tiny's here. Nice one too. He says, now Alarmo and Pokemon Sleep are competing. Kind of.
I forgot about it. I didn't even try out Pokemon Sleep. I don't actually even know what it is. I remember it being announced, and I was like, okay, I'll never use that, and then didn't do it. I tried out the Pokemon Teeth thing.
Teeth?
Teeth. Teeth. What was that called?
Teeth, like the teeth in your mouth.
Yeah, like a
toothbrush.
Oh my God. What was it called? Oh God. It was like, checking, like showing kids how to brush their teeth, and it was like a AR thing, and it overlaid things on your mouth, and then you brushed it off, and then you caught a Pokemon if you brushed your teeth well.
Okay.
Man, if somebody in the chat can tell me what the hell that was called. I don't think it was called Pokemon Teeth.
That'd be weird.
Something like that, yeah. Brush. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and move on, because like I said, I'll be talking about this more another time for sure. But there is a game that me and James both haven't really had a chance to talk about on the podcast. This game came out on the same day, on the start day of Tokyo Game Show, and this is none other than The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Pokemon Smile.
Got it. Really? Seriously?
Yeah, Pokemon Smile. Yes, it's real. It's a real thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Haitani.
Well, before we get into that, we have somebody that just popped into the stream here. Who's this? Oh boy.
It's me, your old pal, Postface. I love the post.
No, right, I don't like scary movies before you ask.
Yeah. Well, we also joined by Postface.
Coming from inside the house.
Postface, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Love the post.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't sue us if you're watching, people. Yeah.
No. If you're
totally original character, do not steal.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ty, how you doing, man? Thanks for popping in.
Doing good. I got a big pile of anime trash ready to go. I've been playing some fun video games.
Cool.
It's a good spooky month.
Nice.
That's right.
Right.
Well, absolutely.
This mask is like super lopsided because I'm actually wearing it over my glasses.
Brilliant. It's the coolest way to use it.
Yep. Well, let's get on to some Zelda talk here, James. I've been playing it not as much as you. There was something else that I was playing for review. The review should be going. Maybe if you listen to the audio version, that'll be live. For video viewers, that'll be live soon. But James. So, like I said, I've sunk 3 hours into Echoes of Wisdom. How much time have you sunk into it so far?
That's a good question, actually. You don't have your Switch on handy. I think it's
last night I looked and it said 10. So
okay, yeah. I haven't played it today, so yeah, it's probably 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how many dungeons am I in? I think 3. And obviously you can do things in any order you like. So me and Danny, we're going to talk about it now. I actually don't know where Danny went first, but I went to the desert first. and then, well, obviously the required thing first, and then desert, and then now I'm in the Zora area.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where I am right now. I know most podcasts I listen to, people are like, yeah, done, finished, next. It's like, holy shit. Okay, they just played it nonstop for 30 hours and then it's done. Yeah, I don't think it's that long. I see people in like the RFN people, for example. I think I saw Greg had put in like something like 35 hours or something like that. And then I heard him on RFN telling everyone that he'd finished the game. So it sounds like it's around about 35 for a finish and then maybe 40 for like everything.
Okay.
Which, back in the day, pre Breath of the Wild, that was a Zelda game. Like Zelda was 35 to 40 hours. That was normal. It's only when Breath of the Wild came in, it was like, I played it for 100 hours. Oh, only 100 hours.
Right. And I think, even things like Twilight Kingdom, that kind of, depending on what you wanted to do in that game.
Twilight Kingdom, the little known RTS Zelda game.
Excuse me, Twilight Princess. That kind of flubbed some things up too with the series. Like that was like a 50 to 60 hour ish game.
Twilight Princess was 50. Was it 50?
I put in about 50 hours and I didn't get everything, just from kind of exploring and stuff.
I think 50 for me as well, but I think I got everything, almost everything.
Yeah. So like that was when that game was a little bit bloated, I thought, but
yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then obviously Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom, you need 80 hours just to get past the tutorial, basically, like just to learn the game. Right. So yeah, easily 120 hours. And then going from that, next game is, we're back to, a compact Zelda, whatever, however many dungeons there are, and then you're done. And then,
right.
Yeah.
I do have some footage that I'm sharing right now on the video version of the game. And like James said, like this footage is, I just took this like the other day. This is just like basically the first kind of part of the game, and then kind of a little bit of exploration out in the field and stuff like that here too. So,
holy shit, Zelda's a girl.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
How did you do that? Is it a mod?
I think so. Yeah, actually it is. But yeah, I've been having some fun with this though, man. Like at first I thought I wasn't quite sure how I'd feel about this, because not just because it's your girl. It's just like, well, is this going to be fun? Because Zelda can't do as much of what like Link could do or something like that. So I was kind of like a little bit worried about that, and not worried, but just kind of like, how is this going to be? Is this going to be any fun? But I found that, getting these echoes and trying to find out the best way to like take out enemies and stuff like that, or just to clear kind of like puzzles and stuff, has actually been pretty fun. It's kind of makes you just think more than it does, rather than just go out and attack. So I kind of like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think like when it was first announced, they didn't show the the Link mode, the Swordmaster mode. So that was my initial thought as well. It's like, well, how are you gonna like kill enemies? Like, oh, okay, you have to like create enemies to fight other enemies. I'm like, ooh, not sure about that. But then very quickly after that, they announced the Swordmaster thing. And then when I played the game, you realize that, okay, the Swordmaster mode is not a permanent thing that you can just have on all the time. And it is actually more like my initial thought of, you do actually need to get enemies to help you out to kill the bad guys. And I can, there was a time early on, I don't know about you, Danny, but like I was a little bit soured on it, because I was dying, and it's like, well, I'm not dying because this enemy is really tough or anything. It's just like I can't fucking attack the enemies. Like I have to just like run away and hide somewhere while someone else fights for me. It was I was getting really frustrated. It's like, okay, this is fucking annoying. I have like. Until I found like some, like the Moblin, which has a sword and stuff like that, and you can actually start attacking. But when you've only got like a blob and a tree and a bed, you're like, okay, how the fuck am I supposed to kill this creature which is stronger than me and stronger than my buddy?
I mean, for me, I was just using a lot of rocks, pots and stuff like that. I was fine. I do know what you mean. Like there were some things where I just die because I'm like, okay, I wasn't thinking that through or something like that. I didn't really get frustrated. Sometimes I just didn't know what to do. Like right now, in the video footage, you can see there's like oh my gosh, I forgot what it's actually called in the game, but you get a special kind of like a technique you get from Try, where you can basically latch it onto things, and you can use it to kind of like move around items in the world. Is
it called bind or fuse? Fuse or bind? Bind, I think, isn't it?
Okay. But I think with this, like, it's kind of confusing at first because you're thinking, like, what are the limitations of this? You don't know, like, what they are. So you try to figure out ways to get things. Sometimes you can do things that aren't intended or aren't like the go-to intention, I think, of the developers. But I don't think Nintendo doesn't care. They just want you to be able to play a game your way, which I think that's pretty cool. It's kind of, in a way, that's kind of like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild-y type of thing. So
yeah, there is a little bit of that. Yeah, I think we talked about that, pre-release. How it looks like they put a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom into this this over-the-top Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
And it is true. Yeah, bind is similar to, I guess, what's it called? Ultra Hand.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of move stuff around, but it is locked to, whatever distance the object is when you lock into it, it's locked at that, And you can later, hit the R button to kind of, what's it called? Reverse, I think it's called, or something, where you can follow it. If something is moving, then you will move with it, as Danny just did in the video about 30 seconds ago, which is cool. And you actually really need that to, ascend, cliff faces and stuff like that. Once you get creatures which can climb up walls, you can then, let it climb up the wall, and then you attach it, and then, follow it up the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know. I think, they really... I don't know if it's required, but like it felt like I was going to place it, like to get to somewhere I wanted to go. I kind of needed to do that, but no time in the game did it ever teach me that, like that specific thing. Like the Nintendo way of teaching you stuff is usually you see it happening in the game world, or like another, like a character or an enemy will do it, and then you go, oh, maybe I can do that, and then you do it.
Right.
But you don't really think, like when you see a tiny little spider climbing up a wall, you don't think, oh, maybe I should attach myself to that spider. The only reason I did it is because I remembered it from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh yeah, maybe that thing in the trailer, I'll try it. Oh yeah, it works. And yeah, it's so vital. It was like, man, like if you didn't watch the trailer or you didn't know about this, I don't know how this game would have taught you that. Like it was really kind of un-Nintendo in that way. Like, unless I missed something, like which is possible. But like, what about you, Danny? Did you learn the spider wall climbing technique, or have you just avoided it and managed
no,
to
I
do
haven't.
It without it? Or?
I think I just got the spider guy, so like I haven't really messed around with that too much. Like,
I mean, it's totally broken. Like you can go anywhere once you have that. Just so you have that spider, which you get kind of early on. You can literally climb up to the top of all the trees, any cliff in the game. You can go anywhere. It's like totally OP, and like I said, it does not teach you that whatsoever. Like, yeah, it's almost like a puzzle in itself. It's like, okay, look at what it does. Kind of open your mind to like, okay, I should look at what enemies do, and then maybe I can use that to my advantage.
This little spider that I just killed. Hold on.
Yeah, there are a few spiders. What's that one called? The crawl tullet. Yeah, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
The hint is in the name.
Yeah.
And the description of the characters in the the option screen, whatever this description, little flavor text that they have, will give you a hint as well. It's like this enemy does this. Yeah, you should say, oh, okay, if it does that, then I can do that, basically. So yeah, use that to your advantage is a good hint. Read the descriptions. But yeah, like things like this, like you have like an Octorok in the water. Like if you didn't have an enemy that can fire stuff, like from a distance, like you'd be completely fucked. There's no way to kill that thing. If you don't have the Sword Master mode and you don't have any creatures that can do that, you're fucked. Like you can't kill it. It's like that is one of the frustrations early on.
Yeah, I mean, I can get that. Like, I think, well, at least from my experience, like I didn't get to a place where I felt like I didn't have what I needed. I felt like I had everything that I needed. It was just a matter of like figuring out how to find out like the best way to like kill enemies or something like that.
Sure. And
like
it is fun getting those the echoes, like learning the echoes. Like, oh, cool, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Danny's doing a good description of another kind of weak point of the game. The fucking like list that never ends gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
the inventory list.
Pretty crazy how long that thing is. James, just to answer your question from a little bit ago, like after the initial area, I did go to the desert, which is where I'm heading right now, like in the video clip that's going on right here. There's no decision to do it. I just started walking, and this is just the area that I went to. So,
I actually have before I went to the water, the Zora place.
Mm-hmm.
I actually explored a place where it wasn't on my kind of places to go. You know, when it puts like the dots on the map. These are the 3 places you can go. I went somewhere that wasn't on that. And, obviously the creatures were like way stronger than I was really capable of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually even got a creature that was, I couldn't actually summon. It was a 5-piece guy, and I only had 4 pieces of Try. Yeah, because Try, the little creature that follows you around, I think she starts with whatever 1, 2,
3,
and then and then you get a 3rd one and the 4th one and the 5th one. I've still only got 4, and I got a 5-piece creature. I've actually got 3 5-piece creatures, so they're sitting in my inventory. And when I tried to do it, Zelda just kind of goes and kind of tilts her head. It's like, nah, I'm not summoning that because I can't. I'm not powerful enough.
Right.
So, but that's. I'm not complaining. I'm thinking that's cool because you can sequence break in a way.
Right.
Yeah. I went to a place which I wasn't supposed to go to. It was, I didn't have the skills, the abilities, the creatures to fight these things, but it still let me. I still killed a creature that was 5 blocks or whatever you called it.
And just to touch on the swordman, the swordswoman, the swords person that you could become and stuff like that. Like it said in the trailer some time ago, it's like, that is a possibility. But I mean, there is limitations on that. Like you can only do that for a certain amount of time. Throughout the game, you will level that up so you can do it for longer. So, I mean, I think that's kind of nice because maybe you will find, especially early on, you're like, man, I really need to. I just wanted to take out these enemies really quickly or something, and that's a way to do it. But you still got to be careful because you want to do it before you run out of all your juice. Like right now in the video, I'm fighting these scorpions that crawl down into the sand in the desert, and like I turned on the swordsman thing a little bit probably earlier than what I should have, because as soon as I turned it on, the scorpion went into the dirt and then I kind of run around a little bit, and I kind of wasted a lot of my power there. But it's kind of just
they don't want you walking around like that.
What's that?
They don't want you walking around in Zelda Link mode all the time, do they?
Right.
Sparingly. Yeah. Maybe for some bosses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah, and you can tell like areas they want you to use it. You will see the replenishing like little crystal shards or whatever. That's kind of like a hint, like, hey, something's coming up or something is happening right now. You should do this. So that's something to keep an eye on, I think, when you're playing the game.
Yeah, when you go into the rifts, I think that's when you start seeing those little triangle shards or whatever, floating around, and it's like, you should start collecting these because you're going to need them later on in this rift, which is like this game's version of the depths or whatever, from Tears of the Kingdom,
right?
Yeah, not as in depth, if you excuse the pun, but it's a cool thing. I like it. I like those puzzles down there. They really open it. Like you can do it any way you like. Like it is very open. Once you get in those rifts, it's like, just you have to find these things when you're down there, and it doesn't really give you any hints or anything. It's just like do whatever to get these things, and you just do it any way you can. So they're fun. I like it. And obviously I had some people complaining about the frame rate. I haven't really been having any problems with it. I don't really understand that.
No,
like people are like, oh, gross, worst frame rate ever. It's like, well,
not the worst ever.
It's not really. I didn't even notice it. I heard people talking about it.
I think it can be pretty bad sometimes. Like even in the when you first go to Hyrule Castle Town, some areas of the place where there are a lot of like NPCs and stuff, you will see the engine chug a little bit, but then it kind of picks back up. It just depends on like what's going on, what kind of assets they have laying around. I've noticed it a lot.
Really?
I mean, you know,
literally haven't noticed it.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, some people I think are blowing it out of proportion. Like, I mean, yeah, I understand. I like games that run at 60 frames a second. I think it's awesome. I like seeing that type of smoothness and stuff. But this is mostly smooth, but it does have some occasions where it is not, and it's noticeable, but it's not game breaking. At least not nothing that I've come across. So,
well, I guess potentially you can have up to 5 things, you know, like 5 pieces, and then you know you could theoretically summon 5 objects following you at the same time. You know, that'd be interesting to see what happens then. if you then go into an area with a lot of things going on, you know, maybe.
Like even in my footage, I used the little snakes there's some snakes that you fight early on in the game, and they only take like one little triangle per thing. I had like 4 of them attacking a moblin, and the game was running fine with that.
Again, called ropes, Danny?
Yeah, ropes. That's right. But it was running fine at that time.
Classic Zelda creature.
Yeah. But yeah,
what are the bats called, Danny?
Keesey. Keese?
Keys. I always say keys.
Okay. It's one of those things you say in your head.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, I don't think I've ever said it out loud until now. So
yeah, probably me too.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, it has a story. It's not really much to write home about. It has a story, maybe more than Breath of the Wild even, but it feels more like it's just we want to play as Zelda, so let's write a story where, you know, we have to play as Zelda. Like, oh, let's make an excuse to play as Zelda. You know, it's like, it's fine.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, again, I think maybe we've said this on the podcast, we've said it somewhere. I think if you playing Zelda for the story, it's like, I'm not saying Zelda stories are like bad, but like that's not the main draw to Zelda. I think the main draw to Zelda is the gameplay. The gameplay trounces the story pretty much every single time because it's tight. It feels great. Enemy design's cool. World design is cool. That's why I play Zelda. I mean, I know some people are into the lore and stuff like that, and that's fine. But like Nintendo has other games that are a lot more story focused. If you think things like Fire Emblem, now Xenoblade and stuff like that too, those are Nintendo's like IPs that have deep stories. So if you want a deep story, Nintendo has games for you. So
it's definitely it definitely seems to be aimed at kids or younger gamers.
Sure.
Like the acting is very Japanese anime, I guess. You know, lots of characters go, oh, you know, it's like so Japanese and so like childish Japanese. All of the acting and sound effects, it's like, yeah, it's kind of.
To be fair, it's been like that in a lot of Zelda games for a long time, since 3D. Really? A lot of a lot of Japanese type of movements and stuff, even as far back as like Majora's Mask. There's like a point where
I mean, Link has always been a Japanese man as well. Yeah, I don't think he's ever not been. Yeah, like from Ocarina of Time when they started adding sound effects. Like, yeah, it's been well, we can tell now that we've lived in Japan and we know what Japanese people sound like. But at the time, I didn't know. But
yeah, of course
now it's so fucking obvious.
Yeah, and I do think that there has been some of that even in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. You will hear some, you know, because they're not talking for most of the time when you're out in the game world. So you will hear things, especially if you lived in Japan. You're like, okay, they got the Japanese or whatever. It's maybe a guy in the dev team that has had him like, hey man, can you just do some stuff in the closet and we'll put it in the game? I mean, obviously that's probably not what really happened, but
it's all of the NPCs are like that in the 3D ones, like Link to the Past, Tears of the Kingdom,
right?
Yeah. And there's that like he's not Tingle, but he's like Tingle, the stamp guy. I don't know if you've met him yet. Then
I haven't met him yet. No.
Yeah, well, it's very very similar to like a Tingle type. It's like over the top. Oh, not Tingle. What's the shop guy? Begins with a B.
Beetle.
Yeah, I think he's more like a Beetle type character. The stamp guy. I think it's literally called the stamp guy. I don't think he has a name, but he's very much like a Beetle, which is. Yeah, super Japanese, like in the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, like it's it's so almost like a caricature of a Japanese guy. That guy is kind of funny.
High Tiny brings up an interesting point too. Not with Zelda, but with Final Fantasy VII, the Final Fantasy VII remake games. He says even the characters do the Japanese hand waving thing when they try to deny something or tilt their heads when they're confused. Like if you don't know much about Japan for like hand movements and stuff like that, and people try to say like, no way, man, like that's not true. They'll like wave their hand like to the left and right, kind of like, hey, no way. Sometimes if you're confused, I know if you've watched anime, you've seen it where they tilt their head and usually there's a question mark. Obviously there's no question marks in real life, but you will see this in the real world, and obviously you'll see this in video games and stuff too. So nice point there, Hi Tony.
Yeah, you might be surprised if you've been playing JRPGs and anime games all your life, but you've never been to Japan. Your first time you come to Japan, you'd be like, holy shit, Japan is anime.
Right.
Japan
is
actually anime.
Then it's like, well, which came first, the chicken or the egg with this type of stuff too? It's like, do people do this because of anime, or does anime do this because of people?
Yes.
Like in Japan, I don't know.
The answer is yes.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, exactly. James Tilton said there. Mm-hmm. Obviously, James and I are both still pretty early in Echoes of Wisdom, so I'd probably venture to say you might hear us talk about it in a later episode or something like that. But
yeah, I'm liking it. I think it's not in the same way that I played Tears of the Kingdom, which was 8 hours at a time, and then by the end of the month I had 125 hours into it. It's not like that. Sure. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll put an hour in tonight. Maybe I won't play it tonight, and next night I might play it. It's like I'm playing it every other day, sure. Which is why I'm only 10 hours in. But
right.
Yeah, I don't have that crazy urge like I did with Tears of the Kingdom.
Sure.
Maybe it's because I know it's a smaller game and that it'll be over quicker. So maybe I don't know, maybe subconsciously taking it easy. I don't know.
Well, I think given the open world nature of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, I mean, literally by design, you see something in the distance, you think, man, I'm going to go there. How long could it take? And on the way there, you'll come across a bunch of other stuff and you kind of get sidetracked. And then all of a sudden it's like 2 hours later, you're like, okay. I think this game's just a little bit different because you don't have that same type of effect just because of the isometric view and stuff like that. So maybe that's why. I mean, for me, I'm finding like that for me too. I'm having fun when I'm playing, but I'm not as drawn in as I was to Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild.
I guess there's less to dick around with than the other ones, right? I mean, you can, like I said, with when you get the spider going, you can get to a lot of places with that spider. But yeah, I mean, all you can do is climb on top of a tree and access another part of the map, which you could have just gone around and got to the same place anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, so it's a little bit different from Tears of the Kingdom, where you're going to pick up 1,000 items and trade stuff, sell stuff, kill monsters, find a cave, find some treasure, all this kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's it does have the sub quest kind of menu system from the Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. So yeah, they do have sub quests.
Submissions and stuff. Yeah.
It's like, I need a pineapple.
Right.
Can you get me a pineapple? Oh, thanks for the pineapple. Here's some coins. Cheers. See ya.
Yeah, it does definitely seem like they've kind of established even a look. Even the look of the menu is like, okay, cool. It looks almost exactly like Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
There's a Zelda menu system now that they've done for the past couple of games. Well, newer games. Link's Awakening remake withstanding. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, especially with the never-ending list of items that is the Kingdom Breath of the Wild, isn't it? And it got pretty long in Breath of the Wild. You could go between all of your swords, all of your bows, and everything like that. But then in Tears of the Kingdom, they added those fusion things, and holy shit! Every single mushroom, every bit of material was added to that list. It was I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you how many was by the end of it. Easily, I would say over 50.
Yeah, definitely.
And in this one, I don't know how many echoes I've got so far, but I've got quite a lot. And pro tip: I use the L button to bring up the menu, and then you can hit plus and that'll take you to the Echo screen, and you can select stuff from that menu if you know what you want and you just want to look for it. It's a yes. Once you get more and more, it's better idea to do that than to scroll through all of them.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can what's this sorting thing? You can sort between last used, last obtained, and then just whatever alphabetical order or whatever. And they are useful most of the time. Like you're probably going to have bed to be one of your most used things, and probably a strong enemy that you're using to kill other enemies with, and maybe something to light a torch with or something like that. You'll have those things, and they'll always be on the first 5 objects, things that you use the most. But then you'll get to a thing where you need a specific enemy to do a specific thing, and you haven't used it for a while, and that's when it gets troublesome. You're like, okay, so was it the last thing I used? No. Was it should I put it in the alphabetical order or whatever? No, I don't know where it is. That's when you should press pause and just look for it on the menu.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
It's not perfect, but yeah.
Right. All right. Well,
that's what it is.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for quite a while. Like I said, we'll probably be coming back to this in a future episode. But
I'm not dead, by the way.
Okay. But for now, let's go ahead and kick things over to Ty, because he's got some cool things that he's been playing too. Oh, Ty, you might want to put your mic down, bud.
Space Killer.
Right. Yeah, I put it up because I was sneezing violently. Maybe I should have just left that in. That would be pretty good.
No, thank you for not doing that.
100 yen shop mask. That'll get you.
Yeah. So let's see. What have I been playing? I've been playing Castlevania Collections, plural.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier
the
this
DS
week,
ones, right?
The DS one and the OG super retro one.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah, and I also have the portable one. They're the GBA collection or whatever it was. Man,
oh yeah, I have the GBA collection one too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's so many fucking Castlevania games. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other week, I played. I didn't exactly play through Castlevania 2, but I played the last segment of the game. Yeah. For those who were not kids in the 80s, that game is kind of wild. So due to I guess a weird translation, nobody knew how to fucking get through the fucking game. Right. It was kind of the first Metroidvania-ish style one, where instead of having sequential levels, you have a big map you have to navigate around. And banger music, by the way. It's when you play it now, it's wow, I didn't know the NES could do music this good. It's so fucking good. So near the end of the game, you have to have a certain item, and you have to go to a certain wall and kneel for 5 seconds, just crouch, and a fucking tornado takes you to the place you're supposed to go.
That's intuitive, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it made more sense in the Japanese version.
Okay.
We should probably do a comparison or something. Maybe I'll slap that in the Discord later. So yeah, back then people did not have access to the internet.
Yeah.
Maybe you saw it in a magazine or got it word of mouth.
Sure.
Nintendo support line or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's for rich people, man. Come on.
Right. Yep. So yeah, maybe if you and your friends at the playground were stuck hard enough, you could save your coins and have one of you call.
Oh man, I'll tell you, my parents, they would never. I probably had asked, but hey, mom and dad, can I call this number? Hell no. Okay.
Right. Right.
What was it, think $5 a minute or something?
It was something crazy, probably $2 or $3 a minute or something. I'm not sure, but
wow. I don't think so. I think it was just a standard long distance call. Or
really?
Maybe I'm tripping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We didn't even have that thing in the UK.
Poor third world country, UK.
No, we're actually good at video games, so we don't actually need
okay.
it. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
happened to you,
remember
James?
I called them once, and like I like wrote down my question and got it like as succinctly and precise as possible, and like just tried to get through it as fast as I could. And yeah, and they helped me out. I figured out how to beat the fucking rat race in Battletoads
Nice.
because it seemed like physically impossible until you knew what to do.
You're
I
welcome.
don't know if you guys have ever been that far, but yeah. No, it's fucked up. Every level in that game is fucked up. So yeah, you fight Dracula at the end, and it's actually super easy because it's like the Grim Reaper boss in Castlevania 1. You just have the holy water, and you throw it at a certain spot, and when he spawns, he just like gets stuck and dies.
Okay.
So yeah, easy end boss. Cool music, weird translation.
It's 80s. That's how it was though, huh?
Worth playing. It's a good game. Let's
So
see.
Dude, I was say I'm super curious about the Dominus collection because I know with the DS games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously
I'm get to that. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I'm not trying to like rush you, man.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to do things chronologically here. It's like after I beat that, I played a Castlevania Adventure, and you may remember this as like a Game Boy game that came out very early on in the Game Boy's life. Yeah, that game is fucking rough, bruh.
Some of those old Game Boy games can be like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a very straightforward 5-level Castlevania. There are only like 5 types of enemies. It's like super simple.
Okay.
It doesn't even have like special weapons or anything. It's just jump and whip.
Okay.
And yet it becomes like this super Meat Boy-esque fiasco where like the difficulty is definitely like on the level of like Battletoads or Castlevania 3 or Ninja Gaiden. It will fuck you up. It's bad. Like ultra precise jumps and all sorts of like little traps and shit. I mean, the game's only like 5 levels long, but they tried to stretch that. Like, I don't even think it doesn't even have passwords or saves or anything. It's just like, you got to get through this.
Are you using game states or rewind time?
Yeah, I did scumbag my way through it because I was allowed to.
One of us.
I won't take I won't take credit for beating it legitimately. I mean, I could, but man, that's like a time and effort investment to actually get good at that game.
Yeah, man, like I'm so glad that a lot of companies do offer this type of stuff because I think, I don't know, man, like obviously we had a hell of a lot more time when this game came out and stuff like that. It might have been like the only game you had. So it's like, yo, this is what we do. This is how we're going to have to get through this. We're going to have to just get good. And if we want to beat this thing. So
true.
These days,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not an authentic experience either when you do it that way. It is great for just being like a content tourist, like seeing what this game is about.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I talked about it like last time I talked about Castlevania Collection. Like they dropped the ball a little bit by like just letting you save scum your way through the games. And I talked about like the Disney Afternoon Collection before, which is like the best way to do it. There's like a mode where you can just like free play, save scum, rewind, whatever, and then there's like a score attack mode where you have to like play the game legitimately. Yeah, so I mean they should have both. It's like zero effort to do both. So yeah, get it right. All right, so those are like the 2 out of like the 5 or 7 games on there I played.
Okay.
Recently, like I think I tried Kid Dracula for 5 minutes and was like, "This game is weird as shit. I'm gonna have to come back to this."
Is that
later.
the Game Boy one then?
No, it's like the Famicom one that never came out in the US.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's on there in English for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I bought Castlevania Dominus Collection. It went on sale already.
Hmm.
And I bought it like right before Danny told me, "Hey, a PR guy said we could get a code."
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, the timing.
like the next day, like
yeah.
So
but that would
I
have been
feel-
on Switch, Ty. So yeah.
No,
it's better.
it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh,
was
really?
On,
Okay.
It was on Xbox or PS5 and PC, and so I
Yeah.
thought this is going to be perfect. Nope.
fuck.
Yep.
But whatever, sale price. It's not too bad. It
Yeah.
was only like $20, which is
Yeah,
a
it's-
steal for real.
Right, it's a pretty decent
Like-
deal.
Like I paid more than that for one of these games, like years and years after it came out. Okay.
Yeah.
So
$40 each, or
yeah,
20
or
for
more.
however many. 3. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So
Well,
so
there's an extra one.
so
3 plus 1.
I immediately went to my favorite one. It's my favorite of all the Castlevania games ever. It's Portrait of Ruin.
Okay.
Title may vary by region.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's one of the ones that might have a different name in every country, or maybe I'm thinking of one of the fucking Layton games or something.
Yeah, Layton games have crazy names in every.
Yeah.
region.
So, Portrait of Ruin it's like the Marvel versus Capcom of Castlevania games. You have 2 characters. You have a lot of different abilities based on teamwork, and it's really fucking fun to play. And you can just mash the tag button to make them say each other's names. It's a lot of good memes about it. So you got Charlotte and Jonathan. Now Charlotte is like the perfect waifu character. I want her on a body pillow. Jonathan's okay, I guess. So well, you can like just switch between them freely, or you can have one like follow the other, like an assist, and they'll like kind of automatically swing at enemies that get close enough.
Okay.
They have different abilities. Like Jonathan gets the special weapons, and Charlotte gets the spells.
Oh.
And but you can actually call your teammate to just throw out their special and then leave. Yeah, and if they get hit, it actually takes away from your magic meter and not your health, which is kind of nice. So you do have to be careful because they can put themselves in a bad situation and get wrecked. But it's not so bad that you wouldn't want them out for like a lot of the time either. Yeah. And what else they have? They got team super moves. You can head stomp off of the other one. It's pretty good. I do like the story a lot. It's actually set like during World War II or like year after. I don't remember which.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. And so Jonathan is like he's like the son of like one of the Castlevania Bloodlines guys, I think.
Okay.
Or grandson or some shit. Yeah, and he barely knows what he's doing, and he's got like a lot of pent up resentment. He's cool.
Okay.
Charlotte is full of sass. There's no Dracula in sight at the beginning of the game. It's like, why is Dracula's castle here? It's off schedule. There's no Dracula. It's some other vampire guy. and like Death shows up. It's like, yes, I'm here to serve Dracula. He's like, he ain't here, dog. He's like, what? So you kind of unravel what's going on. It's kind of cool. It introduces some cool villains. It's like Bronner the vampire and his 2 hot daughters.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't really want to spoil too much, but like the last fight is really good. Because all right, spoiler alert, you get to fight Dracula and Death at the same time.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, it's like fair's fair, guys.
Right. God.
The ultimate crossover battle, Marvel versus Capcom. All right. And it has like the usual cool Castlevania movement tech, like you can attack, backdash, attack, and stuff like that. And you get a lot more options just because you have 2 different characters to do fun, cool stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the best Castlevania if you ask me. It's so good.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yes, and you jump into paintings like Super Mario 64.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's like the main castle ends up being kind of a hub. And like you go into a painting, it's like it's a entire new castle pretty much. Except it's not going to be a castle. It's going to be like an Egyptian pyramid or like Victorian streets and shops or something like that, or like a bizarre abstract circus. It's pretty good. There's a lot of variety in the game. It's great. And you buy this and you get 2 other games with it. Yep. There you go.
Ty, it looks like the English is the same in EU and USA.
Okay,
according
yeah,
to your favorite website.
Oh,
I like the Japanese names though. Akuma Jo Dracula.
yeah.
So Sogetsu no Jujika, aka Cross of the Blue Moon, is Dawn of Sorrow.
All right,
then,
that's totally different. Yeah.
And what's this one called? Well, they're all called Akuma Jo Dracula, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Gallery of Labyrinth.
Okay.
Is Portrait of Ruin.
Yeah.
So I guess Gallery became Portrait. And then Ubawatere Kokuin, aka The Stolen Seal, is Order of Ecclesia. Yeah, kind of wild translations.
All right. Yep. So I guess probably after I beat this one, I'll probably go back to, I don't know, Kid Dracula or the GBA ones. We'll see.
Okay.
Because I mean, you have to play like the 2 Soma games in order, right? You have to go from the GBA one to the DS one, right? So at least play those 2 in order, I guess. The rest, I don't know. Get fucked.
Brilliant.
All right, and I've been playing the usual other lineup of games. Dead by Daylight is doing its Halloween event, and it's cool. It's fun. You get like ninja smoke bombs, or a ghost gun if you're the killer. It's pretty fun. It's very silly.
A ghost gun, brilliant.
Yeah, actually, I logged in to Dead by Daylight like last night.
What?
It said, because you have merged your account and for cross-platform and had a lot of extra content, we're giving you like 50,000 fucking blue money shards, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because they already gave me some like the day of, so I guess they just randomly decided like, okay, you get more, or all the detection work was backlogged or some shit. So anyway, they gave me like a fortune in-game currency.
Oh, cool.
You've played this game for 10,000 hours. Here, have some money.
Yeah, you bought everything twice. Here you fucking go.
Nice.
Yeah, so
giving something to the whales. I like it.
Yeah, so I got to go on a shopping spree or something for funny cosmetics. So basically, I can buy like any non-licensed cosmetic I want. The licensed ones take real money. So if it was up to me, I would have like the Silent Hill rabbit on the one of the fucking killers. That's a real thing.
Did you guys see the Silent Hill nurses at TGS?
Yeah.
Yeah, in passing, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Can't miss them. I mean, it was right next to the baseball, so I mean, of course, I saw them.
Right.
Yesterday, my buddy Jinsei like sent me a video message where he's like driving through this thick ass fog. He's like, wait, I'm looking for my wife.
Be careful.
She was at TGS.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Let's see what else. I've been grinding on that Civ 6. Oh man, I'm getting out in the weeds as far as achievement goes. Like it's like rank up a warrior monk 4 times, and it's like, oh, it doesn't seem so bad, and then it takes like 12 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Yep. But I'm learning the little ins and outs of the game. There are so many.
But for Ty, it was a Wednesday.
Yeah. What else? I think I talked about Nikkei a bit in the Discord. I've been getting really lucky on my pools, getting the waifu JPEGs, and then like it hits me with like some fucking tearjerker story. It's like, why did I click this?
Oh yeah. Okay. Now it's all coming back to me. I remember. I remember this coming up in the Discord. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Like you know, you ever play the Walking Dead Telltale game into the first one? Spoilers. The main character dies, and it's
They
really
all
sad.
die.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's. I played all of those back when
That's
they came
the
out.
intro to Nikke. And then, like, that episode of Futurama where Fry's dog dies waiting for him. Yeah, that's in Nikke. And that part in Full Metal Alchemist where, like, the guy melts the dog and the little girl. Yeah, that's in the new Nikke update. It can't keep doing it to me, man.
They're going for it.
The twerks and the guns, it's all bait.
Yep. That's for sure.
All right, so that's about all I've been playing. Street Fighter 6, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, Terry's in the game. It's cool.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for new business. We'll go next. We're going to move into a little bit of now playing at thefamicast.com. Now playing at Famicast.com, lots of stuff going up on the website, some stuff going up on Patreon, YouTube, all that type of stuff as well. I just want to give you guys just a little bit of an update. Like I teased at earlier in the episode, there's going to be a review coming out here very soon for Shin-Chan, Shiro and the Cold Town on the Nintendo Switch. I've been playing it. I beat it. It's awesome. And I have a review ready to go, just kind of waiting on an embargo. So yeah, that'll be coming at you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoy that. Other than that, other than just the normal stuff that's been going on, I put together a survey for podcast listeners like you. Not you, James or Ty,
okay.
but the listeners. So like basically just want some feedback from you guys. Just a handful of questions on there. It's linked up in the Discord. It's linked up on Patreon. It's linked up on the Famicast.com website. So like there are different ways that you guys can access this. If you have a minute and want to give us some of your honest to God feedback, I'd really appreciate it. Always looking at ways to improve the show. So
please stop talking about baseball. Signed.
Yes. I always talk about
didn't.
baseball.
Yeah.
Yes. Always.
Oh yes,
that
yes,
ain't going
yes.
away.
I just unlocked the baseball skin for the Anime-chan and Nikke.
Okay. It's almost as good as the basketball skin for the dwarf and Barkley Shut Up and Jam. Almost. Huh?
It's so good.
That's awesome. All right. All of
this and more.
That's right. All right. And wait, James, what is happening next?
I'm glad I didn't take a drink of water because it's time for the JAPANews.
That's right, folks.
Now
it's
I can
time.
Yeah.
There you go. Take your water. I'll knock my glasses off my face while you do that.
Yeah.
That's right, folks. It's time for the JAPANews. Time of the show. We talk about the latest comings and goings of Japan, Nintendo, and all this type of stuff. And we got a couple of different things on the docket today. To kick things off, this is something that was announced last week, and I think it's pretty cool. But there is a new addition coming to the N64 library all over the world. So that's pretty cool. And this is, of course, Banjo-Tooie, which is coming to Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack members. And that is coming this Friday, October 25th.
Which character is Tooie?
Yes.
Somebody will get that joke.
Right. So I noticed like in the trailer that they showed at first on the English speaking websites and stuff like that, they showed everything in 4:3 and then they started showing the widescreen footage of it and stuff like that. Japan just kind of kicked off in widescreen. No explanation that it is widescreen. But I mean, obviously you can tell it's widescreen from the video footage. But yeah, a couple of different games on NSO, particularly N64 stuff, have done this. So it's kind of cool to see.
I thought they mentioned that in the trailer.
Maybe they did in the English one, James.
They don't mention it in the Japanese one.
No, it did just kick it off in widescreen mode. So it's just like, yeah.
Interesting. Oh, watching the Japanese trailer. Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-to-Kazooie.
Yeah, I thought the Japanese text at the bottom was a giveaway, but
Daibogen 2.
Yep.
It's just called Banjo-Kazooie, isn't it? It's not called Banjo and Kazooie in English, right?
No, Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, man, I bet that chugged back in the day. I mean, I never had this game. I think we were talking about this in the Discord, but I think it released in April 2000.
Yeah, April 2001.
2001, and the GameCube came out
well, it would have been about a year later in Europe, but it came out in November or September 2001 in Japan, then November in North America. So
so literally 5 months later, I got a GameCube. So I was nowhere. I was spending £70 on this when I was saving up to import a GameCube, which was expensive at the time. I mean, I was saving my money, but I could play Melee before anyone in my country. So suck it, losers.
Right. And I'm trying to think, like, because I mean, I probably was in a similar type of a situation at the time where I was like probably saving up money for the GameCube. I was like cutting grass all summer long before the GameCube.
Not a euphemism. That's not a euphemism.
No.
He was literally cutting grass.
Literally cutting grass with a lawnmower. And those some hot ass summers. But I made enough money to get the GameCube and like 4 controllers and several games and stuff like that. So that was great. But yeah, at the same time, it's like, man, I don't need any more N64 games at this point. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, and Ty,
I remember looking at screenshots and thinking that looks okay, but I like 100%ed what Donkey Kong 64. Fucking hell! Yes, I actually did that, and it's like, do I really want to do that with a very similar looking game to Banjo-Kazooie? Like, and didn't they admit at the time that it wasn't going to have the stop and swap? So it was like, okay, well, screw that. Ty, you know what I'm talking about? Stop and swap.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know all about it.
Actually, I don't. What is that?
They had teased some technology to link Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie together.
Okay.
Rip out the cartridge.
Gotcha.
That's so stupid. Like, rip out the cartridge when it's turned on.
There were even like a couple of things like teased in Banjo-Kazooie. Like there were a couple of things you couldn't quite get to.
Yeah, the ice key.
Yeah.
That fucking ice key.
I guess I remember this being a thing like on the news and stuff like that. I just didn't remember that's what it was called. Okay.
Yeah. I love the whole mystery of it, like the whole, the secret, the mystery of teasing and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it was kind of a unique thing at the time, like one thing going from into a sequel and stuff like that, which was years away at that point.
Right. And I mean, if you think about probably
ignoring that Sonic and Knuckles existed.
Right. There's that. There's that. I mean, with Banjo-Kazooie coming out in 98, I mean, when it was being developed, the 64DD was a thing. So, I mean, that was very possible that they could be like, hey, you have your base game. We could make it so you get Banjo-Kazooie on the cart and then you get a disc for 64DD and it's additional content for the game. Obviously that didn't happen. F-Zero is the only game that played that way. Otherwise most of the other games are just disc only or had some other compatibility with like Game Boy barely and stuff like that. So yeah, very much wasted potential with 64DD, but yeah, I could see a lot of developers were maybe thinking about some things like that at the time.
Is it Do You Know Gaming? Did you know gaming?
Do You Know Gaming?
Yeah, that they did I think maybe a 2-parter. It was like almost like 45 minutes. I watched the whole fucking thing. It was great. Like every unreleased DD game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you linked that to me. Yeah.
It was totally amazing. Really well put together video. I don't remember Banjo coming up in it, but like I said, I think it was a 2-parter, so maybe it was in the other one.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just saying.
So many games were like in development for that thing, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Hi Tony has a kind of a funny comment here too. So Hi Tony, he said back then, growing up speaking German, he had no idea what Tui was meant to be back then. He's like, yeah, the pun just went way 200 miles over my head. Yeah, I could see that if English wouldn't be your first language and you just drop kind of random things like this. So that's why in Japan,
300 kilometers.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, interesting. But anyways, I mean, I'm always excited to see more cool N64 games come to Nintendo Switch's, expansion pack and stuff like that. So that's cool. Fingers crossed for Conquer one day. We'll see. They do have the M-rated app, so it could be a possibility. We'll see.
Yeah, it is the most mature game ever made.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on with the news. Ty, do you want to take on this next bit of news?
No. Yes. Let's see. So Nintendo is doing some sort of mysterious online beta test you may have seen like an application circulating around. Let's see. Yeah. 2 out of 3 Famicast members like, okay. Wonder who that is. So a few people, including a mysterious person on our Discord, got in. So it's like an MMO kind of system, and I guess you go around and you do things. I don't know. Are they going to make Animal Crossing into Animal Planet? Is that what it is? Who can say? Better ask the guys doing data dumps on Bluesky.
Right. So, I mean, there are tons of data dumps on this. We're not going to show any of the images or anything like that. No use being a target for Nintendo. But I mean, yeah,
they've already killed 3 people.
Yes. So I don't want to be the 4th.
Yeah.
But I mean, Nintendo is doing their test with some new tech and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's very generic looking and stuff like that too. Nothing where it's like, oh, this is a new Animal Crossing. This is a new this or that. I mean, people are speculating about what this could potentially be. It's a lot of like community working together with community members and stuff like that. So it is interesting. I'm trying to think, are they just doing this just as like a test to see what they can do with MMO type of technology? Are they testing the concept and that type of tech? It's like, that's
very prototypey to me.
Yeah.
I wonder what game Nintendo could attach to that. I mean, what's a series that people have been clamoring for an MMO version of it for literally 2 decades?
Oh yeah, I wonder.
But at the same time, this is very much like you're building things. So I mean, if you're talking about Pokemon,
Animal Crossing popped into my brain while I was reading the description just now.
Minecraft Animal Crossing.
Wow.
Yeah, because there are enemies though. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So
did they finally give Animal Crossing a gun? I can only hope.
Yes, they did.
I don't know if there's actually in the games, but like in the data files that got ripped apart, there's like a system for mechs.
What if it's Pal World, but they actually just put the Pokemon into Pal World and made it an official game?
That's why Nintendo got so mad.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. Here's a conspiracy theory for you, but first let me preface this. Do you remember when Nintendo sued Prima Publishing?
No,
Prima.
But the strategy guides.
The strategy guide people?
Yes. Okay. They sued the strategy guide people years ago.
Why?
And
spoilers?
Probably for using, copyrighted content or whatever. So what happens is they settled and they made a business deal where Prima would actually be publishing stuff licensed by Nintendo.
Okay.
So I remembered that like right after I read about the Pal World lawsuit. So what if Nintendo is just trying to pressure these guys into taking a deal they can't refuse? Come work for us for peanuts. Or sleep with the fishes.
Yeah. And we won't kill your family, but we will.
Right? If it happens, I'm gonna say I told you so.
Yeah, I don't mind being wrong about anything. I really don't have
literally a thing Nintendo did before.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we'll sue these guys and then instead we'll make them work for us.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, anyways, like this whole process, this whole beta testing that they're doing, it's only going to run for I think about a week or so. So people that have access to it are playing it and stuff like that now, and then it'll just be gone and
dumping all the data online.
Yeah, and dumping all the data online. It's only like 10,000 people. It's not that many people when you think about. It's only available I think in 7 countries, including Japan, North America, UK, France, and a couple others too. But yeah. Anyway. Well, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of this. But for the last bit of news, actually, James, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I'm very interested in this, actually. I just finished watching Masahiro Sakurai's final YouTube video. So, yeah, his whole series has come to an end after 2 years of posting. I think almost 2.5 years, actually. The interesting things that came out from the video. So the video was basically like just a kind of like a overview of how he made it. So he explained, from conception to actually publishing it, and some really, really fascinating things came out from it. Like, it was really, really cool. Definitely recommend watching it, like, even if you've never watched any of his videos before. So the first interesting thing was that he recorded all of the episodes 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was only the finale that he recorded, like, this, whatever, like the recent one. So yeah, in the video, he talks about how he wrote scripts for like 260 videos. He did this 2 years ago. And he talks about, how he categorized them all, and he actually captured the footage himself from actual consoles.
Cool.
Like, and because he has, like, every console, every game on every console, or pretty close to it. He even captured the English versions and Japanese versions of a lot of games. And then later he talks about the translation, featuring friends of the show, A4. And they translated, everything to English, including the thumbnails, the subtitles, everything. Like, and then this animation studio,
I didn't write it down, sorry. But I remember seeing it. I forgot to write that down.
Yeah, so there was this animation studio, which, all of the, he wanted to make it a little bit more dynamic. So, his videos was just him on the couch, which was in his second house, which he mentioned. Interesting. My secondary apartment. And then he paid this animation studio to actually, animate things for it. And that is apparently where most of his money went, was to paying this animation studio. And it was a colossal amount of money. And remember, he hasn't turned on AdSense. Like, none of his videos are monetized, even though he could be monetized. So, like, for example, when you click on our videos, you have to, click through a YouTube commercial, which is annoying. His don't have that. You just click it, watch it immediately.
I try to use as many swear words as possible, so you get
right.
no ads.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for you.
Thank you.
And he actually mentions it. So he mentioned that he spent 90 million yen to make these videos, which is is that by today's standards, Danny?
That's at the time, when 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay, so it's just like $630,000, and that most of it was to go to the animation studio, and then like I would say maybe about 80% was to the animation studio, and then like 20% was translation to A4 Play. So I guess if you're good at maths, you could actually work out how much A4 Play get paid for their translation services. But yeah, and that was all paid out of pocket. So like his company, Sora, paid for all of that. And yeah, the reason why he's doing it, for free and like, not doing ads or anything, is that it really was just almost, he just wants to pass on his knowledge to the next generation. So like, he has written lots of books, but they're all in Japanese. So this is the first time his knowledge has been available in English. Yeah, like he wanted to do like an English version as well, which is why A4 came in, which was it's fascinating. I mean, it's just an amazing project. If you watch the video, like how much effort and time that went into this, it's kind of amazing. And the fact that he had it all queued up 2 years ago and had this schedule where it would end exactly now, like it was all planned. It's yeah, I mean, that guy must have some kind of ADHD. Like the amount of planning and thought that guy puts in, like it's absolutely incredible. So yeah, good luck to him. Well done, Sakurai. It was a good job. He is still publishing videos, but they're compilations of each category. So like he's compiled like all the graphics ones into one video, all of the UI ones, et cetera, into one video. And I believe they're going to be the last 10 videos.
Sure.
So yeah, it's cool. And I think I mean, I know people in my university that the game programming course people, they do watch his videos like for I don't know if the teachers are actually recommending it, but like a lot of them know about it. And he actually goes through some of the YouTube data from his channel as well, and he compares the English one and the Japanese one. And the Japanese one had something like 60 million views, and then the English one was like 20 million. I was like, wow! But the subscriber amount is almost the same. It's just Japan has like a little bit more, almost the same, but the view amount is incredibly much more on the Japanese one. So like, I don't know, people subscribe to it, like the English side, they subscribe to it, but then didn't really watch any of the videos, I guess.
Sure. Well, I mean,
that's just kind of how YouTube works. Like you click subscribe, but it's not your default page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, cool. Sakurai's got a channel. I'll subscribe and then never watch.
Things too. I mean, like for some people, it is a big ask to watch something that's not dubbed, or you know what I mean. Like seriously speaking, some people are like
Americans,
man.
You can say it.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, reading stuff. Some people are like, man, I just want to sit down and not read subtitles or something. It's like, okay,
yeah,
I get it.
Well, it sounds like a joke, but he said, I think he said like 80% of the English speaking ones are from the US. So data backs me up. A lot of Americans subscribe. Not a lot of Americans watch the videos.
I would like to add, he's not the only aging game developer that's doing like amazing info dumps on YouTube. I'm a frequent watcher of Tim Kane's videos. So I think I may have mentioned it in the Discord before, but Tim Kane is like the guy that basically made Fallout 1 and like a bunch of other Western RPGs, and he's still in the biz. And he's got kind of an academic background, and he has like physical notes like for his entire life, apparently. And he's just been like making video after video after video of like game development knowledge. And it's amazing. And he does it in like nice, like 10 to 15 minute chunks too. And he's putting them out like almost every day. It's so good. And he's been doing it for a while. So, if you like the Sakurai kind of stuff, but you're not getting enough, definitely check out Tim Kane's videos. They're amazing.
I guess the only other
I don't even like RPGs, but I love Tim Kane's fucking videos. They're so good.
Nice. Well, one of the other big takeaways from Sakurai's last video too is that he is working on another game, and it should be because he did say in the video, I mean, I haven't watched, this is just coming from news and stuff like that, but I mean, it's something that will be announced sooner rather than later, because
it was April 2022, so he said, so it was something like a 6-month window, so that would have been end of 2021. He said he had like a 6 months window where his schedule was completely empty. And, he was thinking about, what should I do? Go on vacation, chill out, play games for 6 months. But, because the way he thinks is like, no, I've got to do something. I've got to have some kind of project. So that's what he spent those 6 months doing, was making all these videos. Yeah. And once it was over, that was it. And then he went on to start on this project, which we still don't know about.
That's something I've also heard from other game developers is like, after they finish up crunch on a big video game and they go home and they try to relax and they can't because the guilt of not working is like eating them alive.
Yeah.
It might be the same thing.
Yep. It sounds like it is. So it's kind of exciting. I mean, since 2022. In one of his videos, he did make a little kind of side comment. He said, I think he was talking about, because one of his series, one of the playlists that he has is talking about his games that he's made. So he'll talk about them in order, like starting at Kirby. And then when he got to the Kid Icarus Uprising, the 3DS one, he said, wouldn't it be interesting if somebody remade that? And then just continued talking. So just so you know, that's it. Might be that. It might not be that.
Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Right.
God rest his soul. That'll be the death of him.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think he gets to decide.
Yeah. Right.
Nintendo calls him up. It's like, hey, you're working on the new Smash Bros. Game. We already announced it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, the last week's video, Ty, was the Satoru Iwata kind of like memorial in memorandum or whatever video. He talks about his relationship with Iwata, and he talks about that, you know, how he just said, hey, you're making Smash Brothers, right? You know, that was how it was started.
Right.
I don't recall saying right.
Yeah. Well, I think Iwata announced it on stage and then asked him, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That was also a really good video. Like, you know, a nice kind of Iwata, you know, history of Iwata and his relationship with Iwata and everything. It's yeah, it was really good.
Couple of just to catch up on the comments here. High Tony left a couple, and one thing he said, he was like, "Hey, I was a bit shocked at the amount of money that it costs to make that video." He said, "I mean, they're good, but 500,000 USD good." Okay.
Yeah, blame the animation studio. They're really fucking taking this money.
I was wondering too, like, where did all that money go?
Yeah, that's
$500,000 for animation.
Yeah. Another thing High Tony said here too, and what was wild to me, he made that Kid Icarus comment over 2 years ago and released it like a year and a half ago to us. So like that's pretty crazy. Yep. Yeah, there's definitely some weird time shifts going on. Let's just see what happens, he says.
Yeah, because that finale video, there was a 2.5 year time jump, right? So he did. Well, no, he doesn't really age, does he? He ages backwards.
Like de-aged. So. Yeah, exactly. Benjamin Button.
Exactly. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, definitely worth a view. If you're American, subscribe. Don't watch it.
Yep. Okay. Yes. That's
Next.
Right. All right. Well, that is going to do it for the JAPANews. So let's see. James, do you have something ready for us today, or what?
I got some stuff, yeah, but I need some help filtering through it.
All right.
Okay.
I can't hear
all the garbage.
Yeah. Right then. So are we doing it?
Yeah. Yeah. I was waiting for you.
Okay. Right then. So yeah, we're doing the Fukubukuro Fabulousness. So obviously I was thinking, well, we should do Halloween stuff, right?
Right.
Horror stuff, Halloween stuff, something like that.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Do you guys have any recommendations before I show you my garbage?
Stuff.
I mean, I'm sure there's a Dead by Daylight and Castlevania sale.
Okay. Danny, do you have any better games?
Castlevania Advanced Collection.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. Well, we can check that if that's on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, generally, it's not on sale. It's something that might be good for this season, I'd say.
Did Switch get the Amnesia re-release?
I think so.
Okay.
Possibly. So as for Halloween flavored games, there it is, Dead by Daylight Halloween.
Yeah.
Is on sale right now, 50% off. It's $4 for the Halloween, as in the movie Halloween.
Yes, in that you're gonna get Michael Myers. You're gonna get what's her name, Lori, the survivor, and I think you get a funny little charm or something. And cool. I believe the character is getting incoming buffs. So there you go. That's a good deal.
So Halloween Forever is a game that was on sale up there. That was a good one. I did a review on that. It's a old school 8-bit like game. It's worth checking out.
Nice. We have a video review.
Yep.
Danny? Yep, we do. Yeah. Looks like that.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I remember seeing this guy before.
Yeah. Yep. It's a fun one to check out. At least, check out my review or something, written or video, and you could read more, see more about it.
Okay.
Halloween Forever.
Halloween Forever. Excuse me. Halloween, other Halloween themed game. There's a Minecraft Halloween mashup for $6. I don't even know what that would have in. It's not the movie, is it?
You never know.
Smiles on here. That's my favorite Halloween themed game.
Which one?
Death Smiles. I have to shill it every year.
Okay, yeah, we can see if it's on it is special edition or regular edition. It's not on sale right now. It's very expensive, in fact. Jesus Christ, $40.
It's a premium game for cultured gamers.
You might remember one called Pumpkin Jack. Do you remember?
Yeah, that game is sick.
Yeah.
Let's see if that. Yeah, that is. Yeah, it's on sale, 75% off. Holy shit! It's
that's
$7.
a banger too.
Yeah.
Yeah, $7.49 right now. Yeah, I like. Yeah, this is like. It's like 3D platformers of yore.
Yeah.
It's well, not quite N64 level, but like
I mean,
GameCube, I guess.
Yeah, maybe like in like at heart like an N64 type of game, but definitely looks more modern.
It's more like a GameCube game, I would say. Yeah, like a good.
The levels are pretty linear, so I think less Mario 64 and more Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not go that far, mate. Calm down.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
It is a good game. Yes, and then of course we have Ghostbusters games as well, which are always good to play at Halloween. This one, oh man, I haven't played this game actually. This is the Spirits Unleashed. Do you remember this one? It's like a first-person game.
Right.
Oh, was that the Dead by Daylight asymmetrical one? Yeah.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Dead by Daylight? Really?
Oh yeah, like you have a ghost and 4 human players. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
You could use any other asymmetrical game. We could talk about Evolve if you like.
That's it's $12.99 right now for Halloween. So yeah, that seems like a good deal. Ghostbusters, the official video game, is not on sale, unfortunately. I actually like that game. That's like it's almost like a sequel to Ghostbusters 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
it's
I don't want to say
canon.
Ghostbusters 3, but it is canon, I guess. And it has all the original voice actors, I think.
What, from the 80s cartoon?
I'm
pretty sure Lorenzo Music is dead. Or is he?
Okay. Possibly. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have anything else for Halloween recommendations unless you can think of something. Oh, Resident Evil, I guess?
Yeah. I thought I saw some games when you search for Death Smiles. There were some related ones that it's like games related to games that Ty likes.
Maybe. Resident Evil 1 is $10. That's on sale right now. 50% off. Holy shit. Wow, a lot of them are 50% off. Yeah, 1 and 0 and 5 and 6 are 50% off. Revelations 2 is 60% off. I actually like that one.
Yeah.
Revelations 1 is also 60% off. That's $8. And oh wow, the cloud games. I don't know how long they would last though. Danny, do you know like how long this license would last?
No, for these cloud games, there's no like time limit. You buy it, until they just shut down the service. So
yeah, okay. Well, if you want to play Resident Evil 2, the new remakes, it's $10. I've never seen it that cheap actually.
Yeah,
maybe because no one playing it.
Well, they play a single player game with lag.
Yeah. Village is $16, and Resident Evil 3 remake is $10. Resident Evil 7 Cloud Edition is $16. Wow. So yeah, they have a whole bunch.
The Dead by Daylight chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So there is one. Oh yeah, there it is. That's $8.39, 30% off.
Yeah, and so is the other one. So the first one, you get Nemesis and Leon and Jill. Yeah.
Yep.
And then in the second one, you get Wesker, Rebecca, and Ada.
Yeah. Cool.
So 3 characters for the price of 1.5.
Available now. Right then. That's all we can think of for Halloween and scary games for now. So we'll pass it on to Ty's sack of garbage.
Yeah, Ty, speaking of scary, what do we got in the trash this week?
Oh, we got so much trash. It's been a while since the last episode. So I think I got 9 boxes, but don't worry. They're all like small to medium size, I think.
Okay.
All right, so let's open them up. So
I'm hoping for some chattering teeth.
hell yeah! All right, I think I've had my fill of the random Fukubukuros.
Hey, I was gonna say, did you learn your lesson yet?
Yeah, but who knows? We'll see what we got in here. So first box is from Capcom. Let's see what they sent me. Oh yes, she's here. I have a cute little Nikkei plush. This is plush Anise. She's like one of the main front and center characters.
Okay.
So you see her in a lot of the promotional materials. Like she's going to be in the anniversary event video. They're going to show in like a couple days or something. I don't know when.
Okay.
She's cool. She's the sassy one.
Okay. Wholesome too. This is safe for work version of that stuff.
Yes, it is very cute. All right. Rare footage of an actual cat girl.
Ooh, it's happening.
Yeah, is John Cario in the chat? I don't think he is.
That's too bad.
So we got this cat girl from Oshi no Ko. We've had a couple of figures from that before, I think. She has cat ears. I don't know what else to tell you.
She's got a tail too.
Yep. All right, so that's one box down. Let's keep the pace going. All right. Ooh, a rare box from Gigo Online.
Formerly Sega catcher?
Yeah, formerly Goltone, formerly Sega. I never play it because it sucks, but I think I recently randomly got something for free.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, now I remember. It's another Nikkei plush.
There it is. Okay.
All right.
Just the head? No, there's a body too. Okay.
Yeah, it's like one of the little lay down ones with the big head.
Sure.
This character is Shifty. She's kind of like your talking head mission operator character. You never get to play as her except during the April Fool's event, which is very funny.
Okay.
Yeah, she has this cute little badge thing up here.
Yeah, a little monster in her hair, like a little hair clip or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, she's cute. Throw her in the pile.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, these empty boxes are about to get real problematic. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, Molly Online. This is my biggest box. It's like medium size. So there may be a lot of prizes in here. We'll see. So Molly Online is great because they have a lot of really easy machines, and you get like daily free tickets from time to time, depending on how much they like you. So yeah, there might be a bunch of shit in here. Okay, we do have one of the little Fukubukuros.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Maybe they just threw it in there. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I probably won it like before the last episode. So yeah. All right, well, let's get this little small thing in here.
Okay.
This is the little white Totoro's buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You see him there?
Right. It's a little plastic figure or like
yeah, it's like a little keychain.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Like if you have a really good memory, I got one of those little Totoro keychains before. I think it's part of the set.
Okay. Geez, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, and there's so much junk to go through. What the? Okay. I think this one was actually a random prize because I don't remember winning this. It's a Hololive Relax Time figure.
Okay, that's two Relax Time figures. We had one last episode, I believe, and one this one too.
Yeah, I think I actually got this figure before, like a year ago.
Okay.
So this is now officially an extra. All right. I'll figure out what to do with that later.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, she has a little bat hair clip, so it's Halloween now.
There it is, and she has an orange top on.
Yeah. Sure. There we go. Happy Halloween, everyone. All right, they stuck these two together. Okay, yeah, I remember winning these at least. These were in the easy freebie machines, so I snagged them. We've got two of the quintuplets together. We got like a happy face, casual outfits. She has a bowling ball.
She does not look like she's wearing bowling clothes. Those are like exercise clothes.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't really need fancy equipment for bowling, I'm pretty sure.
No, but usually you don't wear like exercise clothes when you're bowling. You just like blue jeans and old stained t-shirt is probably fine enough.
Right?
A couple cigarette burns and
hell yeah, brother. Some spilled beer on it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now we will open the cursed bag. We'll see if I get the same chattering teeth and poop emoji figure and like random dollhouse furniture.
Fingers crossed, man.
All right. What do we got? Yep, there's the chattering teeth and the poop emoji. Let's go. Every time, man. Never. Oh, and like the same weird little fake car buzzer thing. I don't even know what these are for.
Oh, that. Wow.
It's like the most worthless trash on the planet, and they sent it to me like 8 times now.
Nice.
Thanks for nothing. All right. Let's keep going. Another Molly Online box. This one is smaller. Which is unusual because like the more prizes you ship back at once on Molly Online, like the more free tickets you get.
Okay.
So like I try to get like boxes of like at least 3, preferably 5 prizes at a time. So I'm also kind of encouraged to get like the Garbo easy prizes.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, we got some fun stuff in here. I got this random little plush character.
Okay.
It's from Oshinoko. I like these little random plush things because I actually use them in my English classes.
Okay.
It's nice to have a big pile of them and just like drill some English with like what's she wearing, what's she doing, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, practical. I like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yes, I've 1 or 2 acrylic standees in here. Okay, let me. Cool. I'm gonna open this up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they actually I got both of them and they stuck them together. These are from that show. Konosuba, yeah. Cool.
When you we got the thing, the slime show?
No. It's Subarashi Shinsekai something. It was made by the anime studio that got arsoned.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I got 2 of these characters. This is Darkness, and I forget her name. Oh, it's plainly written there. It's Aqua. All right. So if there's any fans of the show on here, hey, I got some acrylic stands.
There it
Looks
is.
like 2 out of 4. Yep. All right, put those in the pile. I actually set up a convenient box just to throw all my prizes in.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. What the hell is this?
Is that a towel?
Yeah, it's a towel or a blanket. I think this is also a random prize. They've been hitting me with like a lot of the bonus random prizes. It's like sometimes they do a promotion where, like, if you win 3 prizes, you get a free 4th prize. You don't get to pick what it is. Maybe you get to pick the category. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like a blanket actually.
Okay.
Like those lap blankets that students bring to school because the school doesn't have any heating system in place. You know what it's like. This is actually pretty big. Yeah, I got this big blanket. It's nice. I have no idea what these fucking characters are.
Yeah, I don't either. Anime characters.
That's fine. If I did, I wouldn't care. All right. Next item. This is from Tokyo Catch. These guys actually ship to the USA. So if you give them $20, they'll give you free tickets for life.
Damn.
Yeah. Pretty much. Like I've got a buddy on one of my Discords that picks up a couple of prizes every month just by like spending the free tickets. Damn, they really taped this one up good. It's no match for my box cutter. They also handwrite the labels. I wonder who has to do that.
Right.
Yes, she's here. It's another Nikkei plush.
There we go. There we go. Again, wholesome.
Yeah, this is maybe the most popular character in the game. This is Modernia. She's probably the most OP character in terms of like carrying you through the single player story.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and also very central to the plot. Oh my gosh, she has her little bandage too. It's so cute. I love her so much. Okay. Yes, he's here. It's Chucky.
Oh man, that's awesome. Little plush Chucky.
Just in time for Halloween. I wanted this so bad for, the pile of classroom plushes.
Yeah. I wonder if the kids would even know who he is.
Yeah, the kids know who Chucky is.
Okay.
I don't know why or how, but they know.
Huh, okay, cool.
What else? I got here's another little plush.
Okay. Superhero flying looking character.
It's more like the laying down kind of thing with the head.
I guess that might make a little bit more sense.
This is Mash. You may know her from previous episodes. The girl figure with the big shield.
No, I don't recall.
Okay.
Man.
And she's also playable in Melty Blood.
Okay.
Available now on Nintendo Switch.
That's right. That's right.
So yes, this is a Nintendo podcast. It's all coming full circle.
Yes.
All right, 4 more to go. Let's try to get through these. All right, it's Capcom again. I gotta say, hands down, Capcom and Molly Online are the best UFO catcher sites. And they only ship to Japan.
Losers.
Get fucked. have fun on Toriyama and Tokyo Catch bottom feeders.
Right.
All right. Oh, what is this? Okay. There's a singular figure on here. Looks pretty horny.
Right.
Hide the kids. All right. Yeah, some kind of devil girl here.
Sure. Okay.
So, with some really revealing clothes, really shapely. Yes, definitely a very horny figure, figuratively and literally.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see she's got the horns.
She does.
For headbutting people, who can say?
Right.
All right, moving on. All right, Toriyama, speak of the devil.
Right.
and you will hear the flap of his wings. Okay, let's see what's going on here. What did I don't remember what I got off of Toriyama. Oh, it's Anime-chan.
Oh, again?
Yeah. All right. Cat girl alert. It's frequent anime figure Rem from ReZero, but she's a cat girl now.
Okay, there it is.
She's a cat maid. It's plainly labeled. Yep. Up to FDA standards.
Yeah. Right.
All right. All right. I gotta let John Cario know after the podcast. I got 2 cat girl figures so far.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes. Bunny girl stocks are down, cat girl stocks are up.
Yep.
Or are they?
We'll see.
Molly Online. Let's go. Yeah. By the way, Molly Online, they're doing like some kind of maintenance or restructuring, and they said we're not going to ship any prizes for a month.
Really?
Damn. So ship everything now or wait until mid-November. So like I have like 7 prizes on there, just waiting.
Huh.
So we might see the biggest box of all time like late next month.
Damn.
Oh, guess what? It's a bunny girl. They're striking back.
Oh.
And it's a quintuplet.
Oh God.
And
Double
it's a
whammy.
recolor.
Okay, triple whammy.
Yeah, here we go. This one
That
is
looks
Miku.
familiar. Looks very familiar.
Yeah. So before, I don't remember what were the colors before. Okay, yeah. So the old version, it was like a black top and like a color skirt,
Okay.
and it's like flipped around now. Yeah, and I remember Lemonade in the Discord. He had this character in the Inner Tube series.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. She might be the most popular of the quintuplets. She is pretty cool. All right, throwing it on the pile. All right, I think we're down to the last box.
Okay.
We did it, boys.
Wow.
We got through all the anime trash almost. All right, open up. I wonder if any of the UFO Catcher apps have made their way onto Switch. I thought at least one of them did.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because I thought I saw that too. Oh no, sorry. I was thinking of a health-related one. Nothing. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so this one's from Capcom. Oh yes, yes. They had a new prize. You might remember from a long time ago. Capcom has these like little plush hamster-sized characters, and they have like the entire like Capcom lineup of characters. So I got this one.
Okay.
This is Franziska from Ace Attorney.
Okay. Okay.
And, oh god, I just dropped it. I have the what's her name, Maya Fey in English. I've got her too. So now I have like 2 Ace Attorney plush goobers. I don't know what these are actually called.
Yeah, little handheld, little almost like keychains. It looks like.
Yeah, they're a little bigger than that. I don't know. They're like hamster sized.
Yeah.
They're friend shaped. All right. Now 2 more prizes. Oh yes. Yes, these are this week's new bunny girls.
Oh.
Yes. All right. You guys ready for Christmas?
I suppose.
Because I got the Christmas Rem bunny girl. Like the day it went up. So
damn.
Yes, I'm ready for Christmas ahead of time.
There it is.
Oh, somebody's asking how many total bunny girls now? I don't know. It's like 60 plus, I think.
Yeah, that's Corey in the chat. Good friend of mine. Thanks for popping by, Corey.
Right on. And absolutely not Christmas themed. This is Shaltier from Overlord.
Okay.
She's a funny little vampire girl. Yep. You might know her as being from the same thing as Albedo, the waifu demon girl that I always get the figures of.
Right.
So yeah, this is her friend, rival, I don't know, fellow supporting character. I should get back into playing that game on my Switch.
Yeah, I was.
But it doesn't play as well as all these other Castlevania games I have.
Yeah, I could see that then.
There's a lot of competition for my time. You know what I mean? All right.
No, I get it.
I think my chair has lowered itself while I was doing this. It does that. I'm like, why am I at the bottom of the frame?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're getting really. Yeah, it was happening throughout the whole episode.
I'm not owned. I yell as I shrink and transform into a corn cob. All right, so that wraps up anime trash. If anybody wants some chattering teeth, let me know.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's move on to a little bit of feedback from you guys. And if you guys have some feedback, definitely feel free to hit us up. You can hit us up for a long form type of stuff at the famicast@gmail.com. Hit us up on social media, be that X or Bluesky. You can find us at the Famicast. Sound off in the YouTube comments, sound off on the comments on the website. You can get stuff read out on the air like these guys. So today we had a good question from Russ, just a good old fashioned email. And I'm going to go ahead and read this one.
What the fuck is an email?
Right, exactly.
Right.
But I'll go ahead.
What do you got, Granddad?
Right. I'll go ahead and read this out. He said, hey guys, I don't remember this being a topic before, but I do fall asleep listening to you guys most episodes. Fair enough. With HD 2D remakes being so popular, Nintendo haven't really gotten into the action properly. Yes, old games and World Championships and NES remakes are running in HD, but they're not really remakes. An obvious example is the original Legend of Zelda. Sure, you can play the original, but it looks so old. $20 for an HD remake. They could re-release so many of these old titles again, and there'd be a good reason to buy them and stuff like that. So his question is, what classic Nintendo games would you like to see done in like a traditional new HD 2D style?
Stunt Race FX.
Sure. And I don't know if I'd say I'd argue, but Nintendo Switch Online, they do have like all of their games are upscaled to HD, but it's not like a reimagining. It's just their emulator essentially doing
it
this.
Just doesn't run in 11 frames a second anymore.
Well,
unless you play it online, then it runs at 8 frames.
Worse.
I have a few ideas.
Yeah, go for it, man.
HD 2D.
I would like to see Zelda 2 remade. I don't think that game was appreciated enough in its own time.
Hashtag not my Zelda.
It's actually really good. Yeah. What else? Donkey Kong 94. That game slaps, and it's way better than any of the other Mario versus Donkey Kong games they made since.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, specifically in like this, essentially kind of like HD 2D. That's what like Russ said.
That's a good point. Yeah, Stunt Race FX, not really a 2D game.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a complicated joke.
No.
Remake this 3D game in 2D. I could get behind that, actually.
Uni Races or Uni Rally in some regions.
Hell yeah. That game's good.
Yeah, I like that game.
I think I could get behind Ty. I mean, with the Zelda 2 stuff, I mean, it was basically my first I had Ocarina of Time, then I got Link's Awakening, and then the next game I got was Zelda 2. That was quite weird compared to the other ones. And I don't think I really appreciated it too much at the time. I think I hate Link's sword length in the game. It's way too short.
That's what she said.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting to see what some kind of like a visual remaster for that. Not something talking about something completely crazy, but just some kind of updated like 2D downloadable game, like $20 game or something. It's Nintendo and it's Zelda. They won't do that. But
how about we flip it on the head? How about a 2D demake? I would play some a 3D game that was 3D in a 2D demake. I love those like like social media accounts which like they post, well, they're not real, but like this is what whatever Ocarina of Time would look like on the Game Boy, or stuff like that. They post a few screenshots or little GIF animations. I like those kind of things. I'd like to see like maybe like a Splatoon demake.
Sure.
In the style of a Game Boy.
Yeah. There was a guy that made a whole bunch of 2D game demakes. I think Halo was like his most famous one. He converted it into a 2D game, and then he just kind of disappeared off the planet.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got a job at a big company or something.
I do remember seeing an Ocarina of Time remake as well, actually. I think somebody was actually making that as well before Nintendo probably shut them down, killed them all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bodies were never found.
Yeah.
They were not. Yeah. I always think that stuff's kind of cool too. Yeah. You see the demakes of stuff. I think somebody did like a Final Fantasy VII. It's like that kind of like made a little bit more sense, because I think when the game was originally being developed, it was 2D, that it ended up being very basic 3D. But great.
Metroid Prime, but in Super Metroid engine.
That'd be interesting.
I'd go for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or anything, literally any Metroid game in the Super Metroid engine.
Right. Yeah.
Just give me more Metroid, 2D Metroid.
Yeah. Well, anyways, if you guys out there have your own thoughts on what games you would like to see demade or remastered or something like that, give us a shout, sound off in the comments, all that type of stuff, and
remaked or demaked.
Let's go. We'll check it out. There were a couple of other comments. Some of them just got lost in like a shuffle of stuff, but I think we're going to go ahead and leave it here for today. And that's actually going to do it for the episode. Before we head out, guys are going to go ahead and give you our social media handles. If you want to find me, you can find me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James, where can people find you?
On Bluesky, obviously, at Family Complicated. I was actually happy to see like a whole influx of people this like last couple of weeks.
Right.
So apparently on the Nazi site, they started like not when you block someone, it doesn't actually block them. It's like something fucking weird like that. And of course, you know, Elon just makes you look at all of his tweets no matter what. Anyway,
right.
And there was something else, something about like privacy or some bullshit. Anyway, there was a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, you can no longer opt out of you having your posts used to train AI.
Yeah, so the whole bunch of things like eventually made people realize, oh yeah, James was right 9 months ago, and I've actually started coming to Bluesky. I actually got a post from Celsai, Simon, God rest his soul.
Yeah,
you can see you can see the ghost version of him. Danny, you can just make me full screen for a second. Yep. He's actually in this picture. If you look carefully, you might be able to see him. It's like a magic eye painting. He may or may not exist. Yeah, he's dead now, but not fully dead because he posted me on Bluesky.
Right.
So, yeah. Welcome back from the dead.
Right. Ty, where can people find you?
Discord. See me on Discord.
All right.
I love the shit post on Discord.
Okay.
Join our Discord. You can click it somewhere.
Yeah, it's on the website. You can find it under the About section. No, under the Contact section. You can find it in there. So if you want to join our Discord, you can. It's absolutely free. You should do it. A lot of cool people are there. And then I'm there too sometimes. So
yeah, why wait for the podcast? Come and troll us in real time. Anytime you want. 24 hours.
Ping me, I'll respond.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, that is gonna do it for the show. Again, thank you guys so much for checking us out live. If you could have, thank you guys in the chat. Hi, Tani, Corey. Who else is in there? Russ was in there for a little bit. Mookie EX. All you guys, thank you guys for stopping by. Hi,
Tani, star of the show today. Thanks.
What's that?
Hi, Tani, star of the show.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. So, yeah, if you guys like it, if you're having a good time today, just leave us a like, reviews, all that type of shit. And yep. Also, check out, if you're listening to the show and you want to give us some honest to God feedback, check out the survey. It's on the website, famicast.com. It's on Patreon. It's even in the Discord. So check it out. Let us know what you think. That is going to do it. We'll catch you later.
Peace.
Ooh.